Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto live stream. I just got done recording another video. I just published it. I know it's only been up for about 20 minutes, I think. Oh, 40 minutes already. Oh, damn, time flies. And it was actually my best performing video in a very long while. But since this news just came out, and it's such a critical piece of information, I just had to. So I already see Mr. saying hopium spreader. I don't know exactly why you're saying that. Look at this. Breaking. Telephonic conference scheduled to discuss pending privilege dispute Tuesday, August 31st, 2021 at 12 noon EST. Call-in details to follow. So this just came out a couple of minutes ago. As we can clearly see, the judge... Oh, no, it's actually... Wait, let's quickly see. SEC v. Ripple. The magistrate judge said, a telephonic conference is scheduled for Tuesday, August 31st at 12 p.m. Let's actually quickly check out what our time zone, what that means for our time zone. 12 p.m. I'm actually not going to travel then on the 31st, purely to be here. 12 p.m. EST to Amsterdam time. That is going to be 6 p.m. for me in Amsterdam. To discuss defendants' pending motion to compel the SEC to produce certain documents it designated as privileged. Okay, the court will contact the parties to establish a conference line and will post a public dial number before the conference. Guys, the reason I'm actually giving you guys this breaking news update is partially because y'all have destroyed my phone. I was actually having a nice, relaxing cup of tea. Not even joking. I don't really drink tea too often, but I was. And I just got bzz, 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 bzz. The phone just kept freaking going off like crazy. Because there's actually a ton of people, every time that something like this gets spread, that just text me. And I really appreciate it, though. I'm not going to lie. I really appreciate you guys for that stuff. But the context here being, we just got done covering a video where the situation basically talked about how Ripple has found new evidence, and Ripple has been using that new evidence to show that the SEC has been dubious, and partially, of course, also because, well, the SEC hasn't been giving them the documents that they want, yet it is critical to them. It is critical. And specifically, the piece that was filed last night was the latest reply to the entire bunch, and here it said that Ripple Labs writes to respond to the SEC's opposition to defendants' motion to compel the production of internal interagency communications. And as it currently stands, there could be another hearing coming rather soon. It could literally be like announced straight after this one, because as it currently stands, they're going to be talking about the motion to compel. It's not the emergency motion from the SEC. So it's mostly going to be about the deliberative process privilege here, not about the Slack communications. Now, my own assumption is going to be they're going to be talking about both. But as I've said, as it currently stands, it is just a conference about all the documents that Ripple was supposed to get. And it's pretty funny that it was issued so quickly after the last reply came in. I think it's just because the judge already knew she would not be able to make a decision on her own. She needs these parties to come up forward and ask a couple of additional questions. As, well, we explained it yesterday and we explained it earlier in the video today. Ripple came in with fire today. It is really super hot. All right, it is really freaking crazy. The SEC's arguments that the materials sought are irrelevant or untimely ignores the court's prior rulings. Now, there's actually a couple of these points, and I can cover them, but I don't really need to, I think. What I wanted to say is that, well, the SEC buried some stuff in a footnote. Ripple found that, and they really kind of hammered in on that one. They destroyed the SEC with that. By the way, guys, we have 200 people watching. We have 27 likes. Where you guys are watching from right now? I see there's not that many people in the comment section this time around. Where you guys are watching this video from? For right now, for me, it is about almost 5 p.m. Once more, I just saw the news. You guys spam me. I really appreciate that. I instantly got to recording and kind of thinking straight at the bat too, right? I kind of just the gears start rolling, thinking, okay, what's going to happen? What's it going to be? And I'm thinking, guys, that this date, August 31st, is going to be a specifically bullish day for XRP. I already was saying in my previous video, I am buying more XRP on the basis that I think what the news that we just got is bullish. If we're talking about the pure technicals, I think the price should fall down a little bit more because we broke out towards the downside. And if we get a confirming candle, I definitely might just, again, wait a little bit and buy in. For right now, though, if we're talking about pure lawsuit E, so about the fundamentals, not technicals, right now is a perfect area for me personally to buy into. And I'm definitely thinking about doing that. And Keith says, hey, Dusty, I made an account on Bybit from your link, but it didn't get the $1,600 bonus. I think actually the $600 bonus is over for a couple of days now. I think it's actually over a couple of days ago. Might be so. Wow. Ibiza at the pool. You really? John? Really? Or is that your goal? Are you really there? And what's the good news? Well, the good news, in my opinion, is that as it currently stands, it really looks as if Ripple had the upper hand in this case here. As well, you basically get a conference like this, right? Whenever a party puts up a motion to get a conference going, it basically means they put up a question of, hey, can we start discussing this? And it goes like this. Ripple put up the initial motion, in this case, a motion to compel information from the SEC. Then it's the SEC's response. So they go over Ripple's points and kind of dismiss them. Then Ripple can reply. So to all the points they give, the SEC's response, they can reply to those, not bringing any new arguments, but replying as to those why they're wrong. And then there can be, for example, a surreply from another party. And that's also the same thing for a motion that the SEC puts up, for example. That's also something that happened about the Slack communications. It is that, for example, the SEC puts up a motion to, I think it's also a motion to compel, isn't it? To compel the Slack communications, but whatever. Ripple can respond, the SEC can reply, and then Ripple can surreply. All right, so right now, this is Ripple's response. So it's basically the kind of the last phase of things because they had an opposition. So it's once more Ripple first, then the SEC, and now Ripple again. And the SEC could have, theoretically speaking, also filed for a surreply. However, they didn't, or they didn't get to, need to, whatever. They could still do it, though, as we've also seen that a couple of times in this Ripple v. SEC case before. Yet, as it currently stands, we're just getting the 31st on 12 p.m., a live telephonic hearing. So it's going to be Ripple, the judge, and the SEC and all those lawyers on a telephone line together, and they're going to be discussing why the SEC has to give over all their information to Ripple. That's the issue at hand, and I personally think we cannot lose. What do I mean with that? Well, first of all, I think that because of this last document and showing so much just stuff that the SEC has been hiding, and two things. One, they've been hiding some stuff in the footnotes about the 40 documents that they've changed the deliberative process privilege for. That basically means that the SEC first said, no, these are all privileged, and then later said, no, they are not, you can have them. That's odd, and the judge is going to notice that too. Why would they all of a sudden have a change of heart? And the second part has to do with the dubiousness of XRP status by William Hinman. I think that will also be discussed in this entire letter here because even though that talks about the motion to strike Ripple's fair notice defense, I think it's going to be brought up here because it all has to do with the deliberative process privilege, as a lot of this information could not be used, the SEC said, in court. But now the judge might say, well, if he, William Hinman, didn't really know and he's so dubious about this stuff, the public and just Ripple and everybody should be able to get to question more or see more because that's odd. And just the oddities, if that's the right word, I don't think that's the right word, but the oddities might showcase a lot better in a telephonic conference, and I think it's really bullish for Ripple. Now, guys, make sure you put it into your agenda that you're going to be here on my channel August 31st, 12 p.m. EST. As we cover all of these, we are the YouTube channel that covers these hearings every single time. I do my best. I have practiced for about 6 times or so by now. And what we do is we call in, and I make sure that you guys get all the most important points while it is happening. As long as the public call in, as how many hundreds of dollars it costs me to call in, I don't care. All right, usually I get an extra subscription to make sure I get the USA line. Otherwise, I think it costs me about 100 euros every time to call. But last time we were in Dubai, I also got myself another sort of subscription thing over there with a different phone number. I'll do everything, all right, to make sure that we can hear this call, as I personally think it's going to be juicy. Now, 64-Bit Crypto says, Dusty, can I get a shout-out? I've been following you all year. That is crazy, man. Welcome. Arcade Alchemist says, an argument without evidence can be dismissed without evidence. Yeah, that's definitely true. That's definitely true. But I guess this is just another big middle finger to the SEC. As, Spartania says, stop, please talk. Stop, please talk. Het gaat gewoon verzet worden. He's saying it's going to be delayed or the date's going to be changed. What do you mean with that? And by the way, a lot of people have been talking about these Canadian exchanges. I haven't seen anything about that, guys. I'm not sure. Canadian exchange XRP. I haven't read anything about Canadian exchanges blocking it, but I see a lot of people in the comment section saying, oh, Canadian exchanges have stopped trading XRP. I don't know any Canadian exchange, to be completely honest with you. Which one is Canadian? If you tell me, I will check it out, but I literally do not know. So that one. And second of all, what do you mean it's going to get delayed? Let's actually quickly check if there's any new information that just came out to make sure we are not missing anything. James Fillon, no, 28 minutes ago is the last piece. Maybe we also should check out John Deedon, what he said about the situation, as he was also mentioned in this response of Ripple's. He might have not seen it just quite yet. No, I don't think he's actually been active enough to see it. Jeremy Hogle, let's quickly check it out to see if he's found it already. He has also not seen it. You see, guys, that's sometimes how early we are. All right, we got this stuff before the majority of other people see it. It was 10 minutes, bam, live, instantly, to make sure you guys get all the info that you need to. All right, it's hard for Canadians to buy XRP. Yeah, but to be honest with you, isn't it odd? Because Canada, it shouldn't be illegal to buy XRP in Canada, right? Canada hasn't really got any crazy rules for XRP yet. Nicole Wennerstrom says, do you think we are going to see a settlement mid-September? To be honest with you, it doesn't look as if there's going to be a settlement in September. The SEC has stated that all this stuff might take a couple of months, and, well, I mean, it doesn't really look like it. Then again, all these hearings that we're getting can make the chance bigger, right? If, for example, the judge right now sides completely with Ripple, gives them completely the thumbs up, and the SEC has to give over all their information, it could literally be so that the SEC has no other option than to just come to a settlement and come to a conclusion because they don't want to give the info out, right? I mean, that's definitely possible. Okay, you guys are saying Canada is completely bad for crypto regulations, though, especially in Ontario specifically. I don't know anything about that. Seven Nations says it was easy in Canada to buy XRP. Maybe in the past, you mean? Okay. Booker says the case probably gets dismissed when XRP hits its top, so inexperienced people will buy at the top when all major investors will sell. To be honest with you, I think that right now, something along those lines is happening. Two things I'm kind of noticing right now. And that is that the amount of positive news right now is insane. For example, Michael Saylor just announced they're buying another 4,000 Bitcoin. And as of total, they have 110,000-ish. Now, also, we're getting so much bullishness regarding the Ripple v. SEC case. Yet the prices are doing not so great. Why, right? And euphoria is there. People are excited. People are happy. Yet some of the crypto prices are not doing that good. I sometimes feel the manipulation in that sense, where I'm thinking, why in the world would the price go down on some of these types of days? I just don't get it. Arcade Alchemist says, isn't Japan Coinbase not trading XRP? I'm not sure about that one. I've explained before my theory about subsidiaries and how it can be difficult because theoretically speaking, right, Coinbase and Binance are in the same situation where your primary company is not in the US, so you can trade XRP. Oh, no, sorry, guys. You can trade XRP under the companies that are not in the specific country where it's not allowed. So, for example, Binance, the normal one, is not in the US, so they can trade XRP, yet Binance US doesn't. With Coinbase, I think it's different because the company, the upper company, is based in the United States, and they just don't want to take any risks, specifically not because they're a public company now. Then again, because they are subsidiaries, it's like, if a big company like Google were to buy a freaking AI company they have an AI company in the US, and they also operate in Uzbekistan. And all of a sudden, Uzbekistan is banned and now they can't operate anymore. That would be odd, right? And it's kind of the same circle that goes around. Just because it's banned in one country doesn't mean you can't operate from different companies in different countries. But because it's subsidiary stuff, I think they can yet buy it if they wanted to, but they just probably don't want to. Right? I personally think that Coinbase just doesn't want to be involved with XRP right now, except for custody. Because, guys, still, Coinbase owns a ton of XRP for other people. They still hold a ton of XRP. Let's see. Okay. AJ says, it makes me wonder now that since FinCEN's statements were publicized regarding Ripple's registrations, why they have not responded to Ripple. Are you talking about the 2015 FinCEN statements about calling XRP a digital currency or something like that? Alex says, Ontario is not allowing Binance and deadline is, if I remember, December-ish. I don't know anything about that. I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't know too much about these regulations for Canada. All right? Just going to be completely honest with you. What I know, I'll tell you. What I don't, I don't. Binance is not in compliance with security stills in Canada. I guess that's just the way, right? Binance right now is getting a really big crackdown. Katube says, "Hey Dusty, how are you? Are you from the Netherlands because you speak Dutch? I am from Belgium. What's up, my man? From Belgium, huh? It makes me wonder now that since okay, you just read that one. Okay, Hunter says yes, it is Hunter. Oh, it depends on which part of Canada, as each province varies. Yes, it is Hunter. Hence why I'm working on moving to a different country with better laws, especially for taxes. I actually heard that quite often, that people say they would quit their country or they would just move out or give up their passport in the US purely for crypto stuff. And I personally find that really a scary thought. Just the fact you have to really give up your passport and buy a different one or just get a different one. Because in the US, you can't get away from taxes. You can't. It's impossible. Right? If you're a U.S. citizen, you got to pay tax in the United States. And I guess I'm also not sure really. If you're a U.S. citizen, I think you're always subject to the U.S. regulations on securities, right? Even if you're in a different country doing different stuff, you're always subject to it. How much XP does Jed McCallum have still? I think 620 million or so, something along those lines. Okay. But Canada, I guess, is not doing too well. But what does it have to do with XRP, though? If it's just a Binance restriction, what is going on with that one? Puerto Rico don't have capital gains tax. Okay, I guess that is an exception then, maybe. But if you just move to Puerto Rico, is everything fixed? Or do you have to also... I guess it's U.S. territory. You can still keep your passport. I guess that's one of the better places then. Oh, okay. AJ Lugi says, no, they made a statement that was coming up on videos recently that they can only register with FinCEN, or was I mistaken for another department? You might be talking about the CFTC. At least I'm thinking you might have talked about the CFTC, where I'm thinking you mean CFTC, my friend. FinCEN stands for Financial Crimes Enforcement Network. I don't think you want to register with the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, right? CFTC, I guess, is more logical in that sense. The Commodities Futures Trading Commission. I'm thinking just right. I'm thinking with you here. OTC, over the counter. 7Nation says $15 for a pack. Okay, never mind. Let's not talk about that one. Nope, FinCEN, not CFTC. Okay, you are talking about FinCEN. All right, I'm not sure exactly what we're talking about then. FinCEN, XRP. Maybe I even talked about it and I just kind of forgot. Because I have in front of me the fine from a couple of years ago. I have that. So this is right here. FinCEN fines Ripple Labs in first civil enforcement action against virtual currency exchanger, 2015. Let's see if we can find oh, it's laggy a little bit. Let's see here. So they basically called it a virtual currency at that time around. Now, let's see here. I'm seeing another FinCEN, $700,000. They have to pay a $700,000 fine within 30 days. That's actually significant. I'm seeing another one from 2018, which called XRP is not a security by FinCEN. It's this one right here. Let's see. FinCEN already signed an agreement with Ripple, allowing them to continue their XP sales. If XP is an unlicensed security, then FinCEN now has to explain why they signed an agreement, allowing the sale of said unlicensed securities. Never going to happen. XP isn't a security. Let's actually check this out here. The agreement. Okay, oh, this has been deleted. So this one stated, the currency of the Ripple network known as XRP was pre-mined. In other words, unlike some of the other virtual currencies, XRP was fully generated prior to its distribution, meaning not a sale like Ethereum has. And as of 2015, XRP is the second largest crypto market cap. And these are the agreed facts. I'm not seeing them though. Oh, and Brad Garlinghouse actually said in an interview, whether or not XRP is a security should not be dictated by one lawsuit. The SEC is the governor of that. I think it is this is funny because came out in 2018, 3 years before they got sued. Whether or not XRP is a security should not be dictated by one lawsuit. The SEC is the governor of that. I think it is very clear that XRP is not a security. It exists independently of the Ripple, the company. And if Ripple, the company, shut down tomorrow, XRP will still continue to exist, which is true. Let me see what you guys are saying right now, though. I was looking up for a little second. Ripple was told to only sell XRP through FinCEN only. Jeremy Hogan covered it. I might have to go check that out then because I'm not exactly sure what you guys are talking about. I'm seeing another one. Wait, let me see here. I'm seeing another one from 2020 December. from right here on what's this? Alex Cobb's website. Let's see here. So the U.S. FinCEN. I'm not seeing XRP here in the midst. Never mind. This does not talk about XRP here. Okay, I see one day. Oh, never mind. Okay, I'm seeing from digital perspectives 1 day ago about XRP. I'll watch it. Let me quickly put it open on the side. Let me see. It's 20 minutes long. Is it in, you guys know if it's going to be in, is it in this vid? This is about FinCEN. It says FinCEN. It was posted yesterday. I didn't check it out though yet, guys. So I don't have any info on that about FinCEN. Let's quickly check it out. Sometimes I have to just kind of figure things out as we move because I just don't have the info on it. No, I'm not seeing it. Trying to scroll through. John Deeden. No, I don't see any FinCEN stuff. Oh, here we go. Okay, so this is from a little while ago. XRP2, the subsidiary of Ripple. On September 4, 2013, XRP2 registered with FinCEN as an MSB. XRP2 LLC. What does it do again? XRP2, XRPII, Ripple Company. Let's actually find that out as well. How do I find that though? Ripple, no, it's XRP II Inc. Was it now? Ooh, how do I find that? I think it's on the Ripple Labs Wikipedia. Let's actually kind of dig into that one then. I believe somewhere in here we'll find XRPII. There we go. Okay, so that is, again, the company I talked about just now, guys. That is what I talked about. So on May 5th, 2015, FinCEN fined Ripple Labs and XRPII $700,000, just talked about that one, for violation of the Bank Secrecy Act, based on the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network's anti-money laundering additions to the Act of 2013. So actually check those out then. Was number 57, was it? What Ripple's FinCEN fine means for the digital currency industry. We can actually check that one out too, to see what has changed now, I guess. What Ripple's FinCEN fine means for the digital currency industry. FinCEN fines Ripple Labs over AML, says firm is enhancing protocol. Alternative money mover Ripple Labs enters U.S. banking system, September 24th. This is all, I believe, then 2015 or 2013. I think 2015, all of this. And there's 3 articles on Ripple's end of things. The rest we cannot see here, I guess. This is the AmericanBanker.com. 3 articles. Bank technology, consumer banking, and... wait, it's only 2. Never mind. Oh, okay. This is interesting. Let me see what you guys are saying right now. We're just diving from subject to subject, I guess. How can Ripple play a fair notice defense when they are talking about a security in 2018 already and mentioning the SEC? When they are talking about being a security in 2018 already and mentioning the SEC. Well, because if the SEC, like, that's a critical point, right? And that's actually my video. Guys, if you're watching this right now, make sure you check out my previous video because in there we covered it. I basically talked about the fact that the SEC, in a letter earlier in 2020, basically stated to Frank that they didn't know what XRP was, a security or not. Even though you, for example, if you have a company and you think that one of the products you're selling is a security, it doesn't mean it actually is, right? And if you're asking the proper authority for it, and it basically states that it's not a security. Oh, by the way, I made a mistake in my previous video, I see now, because Jay Clayton's speech here is actually about 2017, not 2018. So this statement is not based upon William Hinman, but all right, that's besides the point. I'll rectify that a little bit later. If in 2020, when you asked the SEC, they couldn't give you a proper answer about whether or not it's a security, then you don't know whether or not you can sell it. And then you as a market participant, Ripple in this case, can have these speculations and ideas, but that doesn't mean that it's actually something you should do something against because you don't know, right? You're not the entity who decides that. So if you're asking somebody, is it a security, and they say nothing, well, then obviously you didn't get fair notice if they all of a sudden sue you for not following the proper rules if you asked for the rules and they didn't give it to you. That's my thought process, though. Big Ups asks, how can the SEC charge them if they were already charged with illegal sales by FinCEN? Well, the 2015 situation was rather different, and I mean, you can definitely double, triple, quadruple, quadruple, I don't know what you say right there, screw somebody up if you really want to, right? To be honest with you, I think at one point or another, I'm going to actually have to go and look through all these references and see if there's something interesting in there. Might be something to actually do. Because, for example, this type of stuff. This one is from January 2018. It says, Ripple's not cashing out its XP holdings. There's also Treasury Committee questioning of Ripple, retrieved on July 2019. There could be a lot of cool stuff in here that I've actually never seen before. The Swiss National Bank, potentially talk about XRP in the past as well. Another board member adding, N.J. Mann, associate of Kushner Giuliani, arrested by feds on cyber-stalking charges. Footnote 68. Let me actually see that one. It's also in this article. On October, Ripple board member Ken Kurson resigned from the company when he was charged with committing a range of cybercrimes by the U.S. attorney. Okay, that's interesting, but not that good. All right. So why is crypto having a little bit of a dump right now? Bitcoin is falling. Why? That's the question everybody wants to know about. All right. But it's not a really big dump unless it's about 10%. Then I would consider it a big dump. Right now it's just indeed a cool down period, or a little bit of a fall. You might say it's dumping a little bit. Oh, the video you were checking earlier, listen to 1238. Let's see, 1238. Okay. You know what? I'll open it for you guys too on my phone, so I can actually show it to you guys. That's how dedicated I am, all right? Once more, because I can't show it to you guys on my MacBook because I'm illiterate, I don't know how to get it done on a MacBook. I'm opening the YouTube video up on my phone here to make sure that I can just let you listen to the sound. Oh, I'm getting an advertisement. All right, 12 minutes and, what did you say? 12:38. I get to that area. All right, and I don't think Brad is going to copyright strike us because he's a good guy. All right, so let me come to that area. 12:36. There we go. Okay.
On remedial framework, it states in paragraph 2, subsection A, look at that. Any sale or transaction of XRP by Ripple Labs or any securities shall be conducted only through an entity registered with FinCEN. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a lawyer, and I can tell you right from the beginning of law school, you learn these words called shall only, that they have very, very significant legal meaning. And this agreement is basically telling Ripple that if it's going to continue to sell XRP, that it must be registered through only FinCEN, not the SEC. Doesn't say register with the SEC and register FinCEN. It says shall only be through FinCEN. Remember that phrase?
Well, yeah, so I think he's going to start talking about it now. But we most likely got the point across. Okay, you guys are right, though, about that one. You guys are completely right about that one. Huh. Wow. Okay. I'm at a loss for words. AJ Lugi. I'm not sure. Lugi, I think is how you pronounce it. Big ups for finding that one. I guess, yeah, that's, wow. That is very interesting. That is very interesting. Okay. So the Financial Enforcement and Crime Network, what was it now? They have said you only have to register through us, or you can only sell it if you're registered through us. Let's actually check back if we can find that. I had it open just now, right? Didn't I? We have okay, we actually have everything I think we need is actually all in here, isn't it? And where were we talking about XRP 2? Let's see here. It was XRP 2. Oh. Okay, yeah, it was right around this area here. Did I just close something by accident? No, we have two. Okay, we have two open. First of all, there's XRP 2 here. According to FinCEN, Ripple Labs willfully violated several requirements of the Bank Secrecy Act by acting as a money service business and selling its virtual currency known as XRP without registering with FinCEN, and by failing to implement and maintain an adequate anti-money laundering program designed to protect its products from use by money launderers or some financiers. Ripple Labs agreed to remedial steps to ensure future compliance, which includes an agreement to only transact XRP and Ripple trade activity through registered money service businesses. Among other agreements such as enhancing the Ripple protocol, it has been argued that the changes made to the protocol did not change the protocol itself, but instead added AML transaction monitoring to the network and improved transaction analysis. However, the FinCEN statement clearly indicated that Ripple itself was making changes to the protocol as a result of the enforcement action. Ripple Labs will also undertake certain enhancements to the Ripple protocol to appropriately monitor all future transactions. Interesting. Very interesting, guys. So he is saying that is really specific wording, and they're using this only, right? In this specific case, too. Yeah, I think so. Very interesting. I'm a little bit of a loss for words right now because I'm thinking about what sounds logical to me. Let's actually see if we can go back to this piece. It's so laggy, but it's good. And by the way, guys, if you are enjoying these live streams, make sure you press that like button. I do my best to make it entertaining as well and get these things as soon as possible. So again, if you appreciate it, make sure you press that button. Let's see if we can find only in this document right here. Maybe we can connect the dots right there. Okay, so it's saying only. Virtual currency exchangers must bring products to market that can... I'm going to take off my sweater here. I'm freaking hot as a... let me take it off right there. There we go. All right. So, virtual currency exchangers must bring products to market that comply with anti-money laundering laws, said FinCEN Director Jennifer Shesky-Calvary. Innovation is laudable, but only as long as it does not unreasonably be exposed or financial. Okay? That's not interesting. FinCEN's assessment is concurrent with the USAO NDCA announcement of settlement agreement with Ripple Labs and XP2. In that settlement, the companies resolved possible criminal charges and forfeited $450K. The $450K forfeiture in the action will be accredited to the partially satisfied FinCEN's $700,000 civil monetary or money penalty. And let's see. Both actions were accompanied by an agreement that Ripple and XP2 to engage in remedial steps to ensure the future compliance of AML and CFT obligations, as well as enhanced remedial measures. Among these steps are agreements to only transact XRP, like we said, only transact XRP and Ripple trade activity through a registered MSB. And then, okay, and there's another quote here that might be interesting. Quote, by these agreements, we demonstrate again that we will remain vigilant to ensure the security of and prevent the misuse of financial markets, end quote, said U.S. Attorney Melinda Haag. Quote, Ripple Labs, Inc. and its wholly owned subsidiary both have acknowledged that the digital currency providers have an obligation not only to refrain from illegal activity, but also to ensure they are not profiting by creating products that allow would-be criminals to avoid detection. We hope this sets an industry standard in the important new space of digital currency, end quote. Now, the problem on my end is that I don't really know too much about the whole FinCEN debacle. I just know a little bit about XRP2, and you can see it here. There's a little bit more info about it. Ripple Labs, headquartered in San Francisco, facilitated transfers of virtual currency and provided virtual currency exchange transaction services. XRP2 LLC is a wholly owned subsidiary of Ripple Labs that was incorporated as XRP Fund 2 LLC in South Carolina on July 1st, 2013. The company changed its name to XP2 in 2014, and as of 2015, Ripple is the second largest crypto by market cap. That's pretty funny that is actually standing in there. Ripple is the second largest crypto market cap because Ethereum really wasn't shit back then. On March 18, 2013, FinCEN released guidance clarifying the applicability of regulations implemented the BSA and the requirement for certain participants in the virtual currency arena, namely virtual currency exchangers, which is Ripple, and administrators to register as MSB with FinCEN pursuant to federal law. All right, so the problem I'm seeing right now is that I'm not exactly sure if this just basically means that every company who wants to transact or basically exchange XRP has to be MSB registered. Because how would that then work with a How would that work with a decentralized exchange then? I'm not exactly sure about that. Or what else it is they're talking about, right? Because among these steps are agreements to only transact XRP activity and repo trade activity through a registered MSB. And that is what he's referring to in the video. I find it difficult. I really, really find it difficult, guys. I really do. And welcome Jasper Snijders to the chat. I saw you, but I forgot to tell you. Huh. Very, very interesting, guys. Very, very interesting. I'm not sure what to say just quite yet. But, guys, that was it for today's video here. We covered a couple of points. I actually only wanted to give you guys a small little update, though, on the lawsuit here, on the fact that there's a Telephonic conference coming. A little bit later today, I might also make another little small video talking about some stuff. Who knows? I have a ton of stuff coming up, so don't worry about it. But that was it for today's video, or today's live stream, I should say. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. I'll see you guys again in another crypto video soon. Once more, stick around today because there's a lot of stuff coming. And I definitely think there will be some stuff that you're going to really wholly enjoy. So thank you all for watching, and see you guys again in a little bit, all right?